What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today it is confession time. I'm gonna share with you a few things that I've made in the past, a few mistakes that I've made in the past, probably due to overthinking about what minimalism should be like. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. First thing I made a mistake on when I thought I was going to start this minimalism journey was one last time, one last shopping. It's the last time I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to start my journey. I've definitely been guilty of this. No color. It has to be black, white, or gray. That's how it's supposed to be. You would think I was in a cult. But as you can see here, I'm sporting a little bit of color today. And I have in my past videos, although some of the outfits that I had on the previous videos, you might not be seeing them again. Bye-bye. Another thing is deprivation. You know, always thinking that it's like as if it's a punishment, like I have to deprive myself, like, oh no, I'm a minimalist, I'm not supposed to buy this, I'm not supposed to get this. This is not a punishment. This is supposed to be a tool, something to enhance your life, not so you can suffocate. Also, one thing, maybe not for me, not yet. At this point, I kind of wish I would have this symptom, but a lot of people, they have always been a shopaholic, and they've always had this impulsive shopping habit. It kind of goes the opposite way once they go into minimalism, and then they just can't stop decluttering. Next thing you know, you're decluttering everything. You're not giving it much thought, and then you're left with just not even your essentials, but a rag. So yeah, don't do that. It kind of goes the opposite way, and you know, this has happened to some people that I know of. So just be careful that you don't take it too far. Wrong intentions or wrong reasons why. You know, we get sucked into trends. Sometimes we do it because it's trendy right now. Everyone's doing it. I want to do it too. If you don't know what your reason is, and you're just doing it just to do it, you're not going to be able to sustain it. Because if you don't find any meaning or purpose into doing why you're doing it, and you're just following the herd, or, you know, just for whatever, for the sake of whatever, it's not going to stick, and you're not going to be able to benefit and really enjoy the fruits of your labor, of what you've been working on, and try to better your life. Competition. So this is probably very common. You see someone, whether on television, on YouTube, or someone you're influenced by, you start to do it for the sake of competing. You get stuck on the numbers. Who has the least amount of things? Oh, you have 100? I have 99. Oh, you have 50? I have 49. It's not a competition. Everyone is on their own journey. And don't get stuck with the numbers. And stop comparing yourself. Because everyone's minimalism looks different. Means different. As we are all on our own journey, we all have different hobbies, different lifestyles. So everyone's minimalism is not going to look the same as yours. And mine might not look the same as yours. And yours may not look the same as mine. And that is okay. It doesn't make you less minimalist than me, or vice versa. To each his own. Minimalism is just a tool for us to enhance our lives, in order for us to just eliminate the trash. And I mean that in any aspect. So we can focus on what truly matters, in order for us to have a more intentional and meaningful life, because we only got one. So live it the way that's gonna best suit you purchasing items for the sake of fitting an idea that that's what minimalism is. It kind of goes a little bit with how I mentioned earlier, the black, white, and gray, the basic classic. So instead of you just working with what you already have, and if that means that has color, you end up decluttering everything you have and then just repurchasing it in a different color just to fit some standard or some thought or idea that you thought, oh, I need to wear all black, I need to wear all white, I need to wear all beige. Don't do it. Don't do it. If anything, that's not gonna help you. If anything, you're gonna end up spending more money, and it's not gonna stick, because if that's not your style, you're eventually gonna get bored of it. You're not gonna be happy with it, unless of course you are already that way before stepping into the path of minimalism. Because as for me, I've always liked certain look and like certain color palettes that I think that looks good on my complexion. And me stepping into minimalism, it didn't really change. I just had to minimize. Beating yourself up, being too hard on yourself, feeling guilty. Listen, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. Don't be so stuck at some decision you made in the past, because that's just going to hold you back from moving forward. For some people, maybe you ended up spending $200 or $500 on a dress that you may never wear. Maybe you wore it for this one or two occasions and you never wore it again, and now it's sitting in your closet reminding you of that day that you spent so much money on it. Don't do it to yourself. Learn from your mistakes. All right, you did it. It's gone. It has passed already, so leave it at the past. If it's still in good condition, maybe try to sell the item. Or if anything, wear it. If you still like it, it fits you well, and it still looks good, wear it. If not, pass it on. Give it to someone who will. Stop beating yourself up. It's okay. Learn from it and move forward. Copying the people that you see, or copying your mentors or your gurus, again, for the sake of fitting into the standard of this idea of what minimalism is supposed to be like. Don't. You have to customize. Use it as a tool to customize your life, how that will be of benefit to your life. You can't compare yourself and copy someone who may be an athlete. So they may have a few sneakers, a few running sneakers, but let's say you don't run, or you run maybe, just to jog for, just to better your health and to work out, and you run twice a week. But you don't actually compete and you're not a professional runner. Maybe you don't need 12 pairs of sneakers. Maybe you just need one. Use minimalism. Use them as an inspiration. Use them to give you ideas, but don't necessarily copy them to the exact. Maybe if you want to copy them in the beginning to get you started, that's fine. And then once you've figured it out, to see what really works for you, and then you can be like, okay, well now this doesn't really work for me, so I'm gonna switch this up and I'm gonna use it in this way. That's fine if you want to copy them in the beginning to get you started, but you want to make sure that you're staying true to you and you're being authentic and using it and really taking the time to be intentional with it and use it that makes sense, not just for you, but for your lifestyle. The last one kind of relates to what I already mentioned earlier, doing it for the wrong reasons. So this is not knowing your reason. You have to be able to ask yourself, why are you doing it? There's a lot of different stereotypes of minimalism, and some are doing it for different reasons. You have to find out what your reason is or why you're doing it. that's going to be your main motivator to keep going and to remind yourself that this is what I'm doing with my life, because this is what makes sense to me, and this is going to benefit me in the long run to have a good life and happy life and intentional life where I could really maximize, living life to the fullest. And that way I can, just be healthy all around, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. So always try to find out what your main reason is, because for me, at first, I had mixed reasons of why I wanted to do it. So again, it was very chaotic. And in the past, I did it for, because I need to move. I was moving a lot. So of course that kind of forced me to minimize, because it was a lot of crap. I had a lot of stuff. So I really had to minimize because I'm moving. And then once I got settled in, maybe it's a smaller space. So now I have to minimize again because it doesn't fit. Or it's just collecting dust. It's just trash. I'm not making good use of it. So those are my somewhat embarrassing 10 mistakes that I've done. Not all of them, but most common, and some that I have done personally, that I've done just the thought of fitting into this box of what minimalism should be like. Let me know in the comments below. Have you made any mistakes for the sake of minimalism? I'd love to hear. And if you like what you see here and you find value in it, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching this video. Greetings to you. Thank you wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And if you're specifically in the Philippines, good morning. Maing buntag, maing udto, maing hapon, ug maing gabi. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you next time. Ciao.